as someone like you with really deep ties to Indiana, what was your reaction when you heard that you had been chosen to succeed Fred Glass?
I'll tell you, Dave, first of all, thanks for having me on, and particularly given the time we're in, and I hope everyone is safe and healthy up there. And really the reaction initially has been that just concentrating so much on our current student athletes and all the health and well-being there, and making certain we're doing everything we need to do to keep them connected during this disconnected time. But when I received the notice that I was going to be the next athletic director, I really thought back to my days of when I started as a basketball manager. I grew up a lifelong fan of IU. I wanted to come to IU. I wanted to play here for Coach Knight. But obviously I had a talent problem that wasn't going to happen. So you have to find other ways to get things done. So I ended up being a manager. And that experience just gave me so much incredible opportunity, leadership, development, and just incredible experience. And that started the whole thing. So again, when I got notified that I was fortunate from President McRobbie to be selected, I really did go back to the early days, and just it obviously meant a great deal to me, to say the least.
Coming into a situation like this where so many things are in place, where you guys have made so many big jumps in terms of facilities and whatnot, what are your first priorities once we get past the coronavirus crisis? What are the first things that you want to do once you kind of get going here?
Once we can get through and get all, hopefully sooner than later, but get everyone back acclimated to a regular routine, I've got a list of what I think anyone who's interviewing for a job should do is, as I interviewed through the committee and the process, I made certain that, what's the first year look like, and put together a plan that I really feel confident in that can, as you said, use the foundation that's been established here as a springboard to really move things forward. And obviously we want to maximize the opportunity for all of our student athletes in every way, academically, athletically, from a personal development standpoint. And I've got several initiatives that I think will help along the way. But one of the key things, particularly coming out of the crisis we're in now, financial stability is critical. And it gets back to, for us, maximizing all those revenue opportunities, and then looking back to men's basketball and football, as you said. We love all our sports. We want all of our sports to succeed, all of our programs. But again, the success of those two programs really feed the rest of the department. So we've got a good first-year plan. I'm confident in that. But a key thing is going to be coming out of this crisis and making certain that our student-athletes are ready to go. They get back into rhythm, a routine, our staff, and all that. And couldn't be more excited, more grateful for this opportunity.
What's your sense 3 years in on where things stand with Archie Miller's program?
Yeah, Dave, first of all, I'd say that I completely understand. I kind of grew up with it, what Indiana basketball means, and I love it. I love the fact that our fans, the passion they have, what Indiana basketball means to the university, what it means to the community, to the state, and Archie gets that too. I mean, if you don't love that or embrace that, then you really shouldn't be here. And so as it relates to where the program is now, and in fact, Archie and I had a long talk when we were up in Indianapolis when we realized that the Big Ten tournament was going to be canceled, and we kind of reflected just in the lobby of the hotel and felt like we made great progress, and we make great progress every year. There were a couple games we'd have liked to have back, like everybody does, but at the end of the day, felt like we were going to make the NCAA tournament, and we're on the right track. And the thing that's impressed me about Archie, really, I was on the first interview with him in San Francisco with Fred. And if you get to know Archie, he's got a plan, and he really is consistent with his plan. He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. And for me, I really think you've got to have a consistent plan that you really stick to, that you understand, and you really were able to articulate that in recruiting and your player development, in how you are preparing your teams to win. And if you do that, and then you develop the right leadership within the team, which I think is a key component, I think you can see consistent results. And that's what we all want, what Archie wants, what I want. So I'm confident we're on the right track. I like what we're doing. It's really because of that plan, the consistency, how we're developing leaders. And that's a big, big deal to us in all our sports. At the end of the day, we want our kids, when they leave here, to develop really strong leadership skills. And so I'm bullish on the future. I feel really good about it, and I like Archie's plan, and that's what's really important to me.
What's the next step for football coming off a really outstanding season?
Yeah, the key thing is just what you said, is take advantage of the outstanding season we had and really have some momentum behind us, Dave, and that's critical. And one of the things, again, where I've been really fortunate to have good mentors around me and good leaders is that I became really close with Bill Mowry, our longtime coach. and legendary coach. And Bill took an interest in me, which I can forever be grateful for. And Bill and I talked at length about how to build a winning program, a football program here at IU. And he really gave me a lot of insight into thoughts he had. And one of the things that was really important, which I agree with, is a constant investment, and constant to make certain we understand. When we talk about investment, it's not always just money. It's investing in making certain we know what are the needs of the modern day college football program. Where is this going? And so for me, in trying to make certain as athletic director, how can I help Tom Allen keep the momentum we have? I think it's to understand what the needs are. And a perfect example of that is we just were able to secure a new strength coach for football, director of football performance. His name's Aaron Wellman, who we were able to secure from the New York Football Giants, which was a big, big deal for us. And it was another indication of just making certain that we want to keep this train going and keep it on the right path. And again, really excited about Tom. What you see is what you get with Tom. He is a real inspirational. I think the kids are drawn to him, and I think we're on the track to some real consistent success and keeping momentum going. I couldn't be more excited to work with the program.